Welcome to Hot Flashes and Bold Moves, a podcast for women over 50 who are done apologizing, done shrinking, and absolutely done pretending we don't know where our clitoris is.
That's right. We're Michelle and Dana, two badass, hilarious, hormone-raging women navigating the wild ride of aging with no filter, no shame, and no damn patience for bullshit.
From vaginal mysteries to dating disasters, dry spells to bold-ass reinventions, we are serving up real talk, belly laughs, and probably a little oversharing.
True. So pour a glass, put a fan in your bra, and buckle up. It's about to get
Hot in here. This is Hot Flashes and Bold Moves. Let's get into it. Hello, and welcome to Hot Flashes and Bold Moves. We are your hosts. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Dana.
Today, we're actually having a little different approach. We are going to do a question and answers from audience friends that we received. And we're going to answer some of those questions and just have a little fun with that. So it's going to be a little less informed, shall we say, and just a little looser. However, before we get to that, what's in your cup?
You know, I'm such a person who changes and tries new things. I'm so proud of myself for constantly trying new things. It's the same thing. And I was informed that it's not Sam's, it's Costco bubbles.
Costco Prosecco. So it's even better.
So it's like 75 cents more.
Nothing but the best for
Nothing
our
but the
pal.
best for, my little splash of pineapple juice. So what do you have? Go ahead. Go down the rabbit hole of what you drinking.
I'm drinking actually the same drink I had last time because truth be told, we're moving and I'm emptying bottles. So
there you go.
This is the Kettle One Botanicals Peach and Orange Blossom again with the hint peach water. Fabulous and refreshing and cheers.
Cheers. All right. Here we go.
Let's get to the question.
Here we go. Okay, so is it normal to feel invisible after 50? And how do you stop caring what other people think?
Okay.
I don't think I feel invisible.
You know, I don't think I do either. I had a moment, and you know what? It was my mom getting in my head, frankly. My mom had a thing for, she was after 50 for sure, but I don't think it was long after she started feeling like she was invisible, getting really grumbly about it. Like she felt like people were pushing her out of the way and ignoring her and all these awful things. I really think it's just the way my mom felt about the world, and it was her pushing her worldview on everybody.
Right.
She was projecting. And I do think it's a common thing. I don't know that it's common only for women, because didn't you tell a story about a man that you recently worked with who was like in his 80s? You were doing a signing and he was in his 80s.
Oh, yeah. He was a retired doctor.
Yeah.
And he's like, I used to be this and I used to be that. And I was like, sir, you still are those things. You may not be actively practicing anymore, but you're not. I don't know. I feel like because I'm 6 feet tall, I'm a commanding presence.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of hard to ignore me.
Well, and you're not really a shrinking violet.
Yeah,
either.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not like a wallflower. But what I noticed, like even today when I went to the gas station, I saw somebody's younger man that was having and I don't know if it's because we're in Texas, because I still say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Yeah. So I don't know if it's just a polite thing, but I get a lot more ma'ams lately. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't really bother me, other than do I look like really older? I mean, so do you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I feel.
Here in Texas, I have male peers that say ma'am to me.
Yeah.
So it's not like an older thing. It's a respect thing.
I agree. So I think it's a Texas Southern kind of thing, because, I had a meeting with a kid the other day. I say kid because he was 32 years old, and he said something. I was like, yes, sir. So I don't really, for me, I think maybe feeling invisible again, and I don't go to clubs or anything like that. So I can't say, but if I went into a club, would I feel different?
So like if you went in to like shake your groove thing,
and trolling for dudes,
go into a meat market kind of situation.
I mean, I don't know, because I don't do that, so I don't really know. So feeling invisible, I mean, I don't feel invisible.
No, I don't, and I don't either. The one time I did, it was recent actually, and again, It was my mom getting in my head, and I was at an all-inclusive resort with my 3 beautiful young daughters, and there were people more in their age range, maybe 30s, than there were people in my age range, and the bartenders were all men, and they were serving the young women, and I got all, he's ignoring me. My daughters all had their drinks, and I got all sandified, my mom, and got in my head about it. And dudes, he was just busy. And I came up after them. So they had their drinks because they got there before I did.
Yeah, and we kind of feel that. I get that. I understand that, though.
And then he was moving back down the line and working his way back. It was, I let it run away with me for a minute because, no, I don't feel invisible at all. And honestly, sisters, and actually brothers, our male friends, fans, I really believe you're only as invisible as you allow yourself to be.
But I will say, I went on an interview last week, and which is like the first time I've been on an interview in like 17 years, because I've had my own business and all that.
Oh my God.
When I walked in, again, I feel like I'm a commanding presence. And I don't do that on purpose. I just feel like it's just, and it's always funny because I always look at my feet first to see if I'm wearing heels.
Because you're so tall.
But I have to be honest, I did feel a little off kilter because I was clearly a good 15, 20 years older than everybody.
Most of the people in the room.
And I was just like,
fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
We're all getting older. It's just, it is what it is.
And I don't think that's universal to women. I think you're right. I think it's people, any person of a certain age.
Yeah. I believe that when you get to points in your life, phases in your life where you maybe can do less than you used to be able to do, maybe you don't get talked to quite as much as you used to, or you retired and you've identified as a certain professional person, all those things happen and stack on top of each other, and you might
have it less,
a little invisibility complex, and it's up to you to change that too. That's the harsh truth, frankly. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
So I guess that answers that one. Is it normal to feel invisible? I don't think it's normal to feel invisible.
I don't think it's normal. I think it's your projection of something else that's going on with you onto the world.
Correct.
And or you are, which we don't allow, you are sitting back and shrinking into the...
No shrinking violets here.
Yes. And you're shutting up and taking it. We don't allow that here.
All right, Michelle, question number 2, what you got?
All right. And I don't know how much you can speak to this, but let's talk about it. Okay. So is dating in your 50s, is there hope? Or is it just men holding fish photo?
Or they're in front of the Ferrari at the dealership that's like parked outside? You can't. So it looks like it's theirs. They're all leaned up, or next to the boat. Next to the boat, we're all leaned up next to the boat.
Or the hiking ones. I love the outdoors.
All right, I really cannot, because we're going to do a whole segment on this of dating after 50, and I'm going to actually get on some sites and try it. So
check it out.
We're going to start. We can circle back definitely to this question, because I'm going to let y'all know the horrors and the happiness of this, because I personally, as extroverted as I am, we'll post this I'll post a picture of me in the wild flirting. I'll post that on our Facebook page for y'all to see.
It's not a pretty sight.
It's not a pretty sight. So this is very awkward to me. It has to be organic for me. So this is going to be a really big step out. And then I'm going to step out with y'all, because I'm going to show you, if I can do this type of online dating, so can you, because it'll be very hard for me. So anyway, I can't answer that question.
It's funny. Remember back when we were dating, before we maybe decided we didn't want to date anymore, or we found the person or the people, however many, whatever number of marriage or relationship you're on currently. And I think one of your sons mentioned this, right?
Oh yeah, you watched Sex and the City.
Yeah. And did you really date like that? Like you had to actually talk to people and ask for phone numbers and like that.
We were having margaritas, and he said, "Hey, I have a really serious question to ask you. Is that how it was back then?"
30 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to actually talk to people face to face. Yes. You guys don't know how easy you have it.
Well, and you had to actually muster up the courage. Yeah. I'll never forget, because I loved the country western dance. And my mom always told me, dance with the first person that asks you to dance, no matter what they look like. And sometimes 4 minutes is too long. I'm just saying. But I danced.
Is this the longest song in the world?
Yeah, but I did. And I never had an issue dancing. Mm-hmm. But I will never forget, my brother played football for Baylor, and all his big football player friends came in, and we went to the local country western dancing place. And women were so crappy. We know we're kind of crappy. And so
I never was.
Well, I wasn't either, because I would dance with anybody that asked me to dance.
I was always kind.
Yeah, me too. So I remember this guy, huge football player, good looking, and I was kind of walking behind him, and I see him talking to this girl, and he says, "Would you like to dance?" And she goes, "No." And he goes, "What?" And she goes, "Oh." He goes, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "Well, you asked me if I wanted to dance." He goes, "No, I told you look fat in those pants."
No.
But you know what?
Now that's shitty.
It is, but you know what? She kind of. So I walk up to boost up his. "I'll dance with you, baby." You know, because I knew him. I was like, "I'll dance with you, baby." I mean, but you know, you can be nice about letting somebody down. You didn't have to look like you just smelled a turd.
No.
You know. Anyway, okay. So no, I can't answer that question.
And stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, because that is going to be a whole segment for us. And she's going to live vicariously through my pain.
I am.
All right. So another question is, how do you bring menopause and hot flashes to a partner without killing the mood?
Okay. Well, you know what? Not likely to have a new partner unless something changes dramatically. Claude gets hit by a bus. And
well, God willing, he doesn't.
Yeah. Knock on everything in sight. Anyway. And first of all,
why do you need to explain that?
You don't have to explain yourself. And if it's a man your age,
he should be
He should just be kind of in the know. It happens, right? The two of you ain't making babies together. And if it's a mood killer, well, then he can fuck right off to the couch.
Right. Yeah.
That's not even and don't get me wrong. I don't mean to be shitty about this question. It's a good question. And my response is, if that's something that he has issue with,
then he's not your person.
He's not your person. And he should be dating 20-something.
Yeah. And furthermore, if you can't talk to your partner about it, that's a big deal.
The person you're most intimate with, you can't talk to about this stuff, then he's not your person.
Yeah. Bye, Felicia.
Bye. Exactly.
Get on out.
Do not let the door hit you.
The good Lord split you. All right. What's the next one?
This one's about libido. Libido has decreased substantially.
Yeah.
And
what did Claude say? Your libido's incognito?
Libido is incognito.
Is that true for you?
So the question is, my libido is decreased, and what do I do? Do I worry about it? Do I do something about it, or do I just let it go? And my libido is very much decreased. And I was always, and there are some people that would be out there going, yeah, she was. I have one friend that was like, she hasn't been around the block. She paved the block. Yeah. So I was always kind of ahead of my time when it came to sex and sexuality.
Yeah, being free with your sex.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not me.
Yeah, well,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, and that could be the difference too.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I'm done now. But my libido has decreased substantially. And hell no, don't let it go. If you're in a relationship that's important to you, do everything you need to do to keep that relationship mutually satisfying for both of you. Whatever it is, what works for you and him or her, whichever you identify, do what you need to. We have some things that we do that spice it up. And I'm not really going to get into the details of that here.
That'll be another episode too. We can get our friends from down under, from the Australians. We'll get them on the show and talk about that.
Hot flashes. Right. That's our OnlyFans page. And we didn't mention hot flashes and bold moves went international, friends. Yeah. We were interviewed on a podcast from two fabulous women and down under. Spicy bananas.
Check them out.
Anyway,
all right. So libido.
Don't do everything you need to, because here's the other thing, sisters, sex for us, menopause, after menopause, is good for us. Our bodies need it. I'm not just saying that.
Endorphin.
Yeah. I'm not just saying that from I need I need it.
And you can consider it exercise. That could be exercise for the day.
But it is
what
good.
What am I talking about?
It's good for your emotional health. It's good for your internal physical health. It's good for everything. So yes, if whatever you need to do, it might take a little more energy. And I get that at some point we're like, I just can't do any more for anybody else. I know that. I'm so clear. Again, if it's a relationship that's important to you, do what you need to do.
And for me, I can't really speak to that because I'm not in a relationship, but I can tell you there's some days I don't want to leave the house because, I know how to take care of myself.
Oh, a story I recently heard. I love this. I got to tell this story. So the spicy bananas, the women that we interviewed on the podcast with in Australia,
and they're fabulous.
Yes, they really are, and they have both worked in the adult store industry, and one is now actually a outside sales rep for a supplier. Mm-hmm. And one of the women that was working in the store had a man come in about our age and talk to her about
how to help his wife,
things that he wanted to do to help his wife, to help their sex life, help his wife enjoy more and feel more stimulated and loved, all the things. And so they had a long conversation, and she gave him
all kind of oils,
and she, like he left with a bag full of things to help his wife. And she said to him, on behalf of women this age, I just want to say thank you for caring enough and coming in here to do this, to help your wife, for loving her enough and understanding that this point in her life is not easy, and for wanting to help her through that. So, male listener friends, it's something important to that. It's important. All right.
So along with that, Michelle, what do you say when Claude wants sex and you just want to go to sleep or have another vodka? What do you do? What do you do for Claude there?
God, after a little nap, I will do all the things you want. Just after a little nap.
Let me have a rest, a wee rest. Hopefully, you'll change your mind by the time I'm doing all this sleeping. I'm going to take a nap in hopes that you change your mind.
Maybe you'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Honestly, I'm a negotiator. I'm a time negotiator, because once I'm in bed, and we generally will watch a movie, we'll go to bed, and then we might watch an episode of a show we've been tracking or whatever. Yeah. And then we'll go to sleep. Well, at that point, I'm done. My physical body has checked out, and I am not even remotely interested in the energy it's going to take me to get worked up for you.
Yeah.
And so I'm always you know what? And it really is kind of after a little nap, right? It's like, let me get a good night's sleep. Let's get back to that in the morning. And I'm telling you right now, morning sex is the answer. Because men, I think, I'm just telling you what I know, what I've experienced, is if you wait until it's dark and we're in bed and all the traditional things, you're losing some quality opportunities. I'm just telling you what I know. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the next question, my friend?
Here's an interesting one. How do you handle friends who tell you just use essential oils for menopause symptoms?
I don't know how to answer that.
There's a lot out there that says that essential oils are effective for a lot of things.
It is.
And I totally get that. And you know what? For me, it would be about handling them, because if that's what works for you,
absolutely,
power to you. Get on with your bad self.
We should probably have somebody that sells essential oils give us some ideas and stuff, because that's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. It's brilliant. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's a good one.
How do you stop comparing yourself to younger women when society and Instagram,
let's just say social media
throws that in your face?
We don't even narrow it down to one.
Social media. I don't know. Do you compare yourself?
Not to younger women. I don't.
That's funny, because I don't either. But you know what I do?
Doo-doo.
You
said doo-doo.
So what I do is I do look at other women in my age group. I don't necessarily compare myself, because I'm not chasing my 30-year-old self.
That is a foregone conclusion, my friends.
But I do look at women in my age group and wow, she looks fabulous.
Yeah.
What is she?
Yes.
What is she doing?
That's what I'm doing too. It's not a judgment, and I'm not comparing myself to them. However, I am looking at them and saying, holy shit, she looks fabulous. Or I love that outfit. Or
she let her hair go great.
Yeah.
I've noticed, that's awesome. What are you doing? Yeah. That sort of thing.
So I'm struck by, and again, it's not a comparison thing, but I am struck by women our age or older who are true to themselves in the way they look on the outside and the way they behave and act and carry themselves. And I just find that really striking. And my friends, you are beautiful. There are so many fabulous, beautiful over 50 women out there that it's
just a privilege to be our age.
It is, because it's better than the alternative.
Yes.
I'm just telling you what I know.
All right. What's the next one?
Oh, am I too old for career changes or moving cities, or I don't know if I getting that tattoo?
I am tattooless. I don't have a single tattoo on my body, which is, I just don't.
It's just not your thing.
And my boys, my boys love it, and I'm just.
It's okay.
I mean, you have tattoos.
I have 8 tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos.
They're all relatively small, and they're all over the place. And I love them. I love my tattoos, and I have my tattoos for a reason, but I'm not going to like get a sleeve or have it all over like in large quantities, but I love them. I love them on other people. The art that's out there is astounding. Yes. Oh my God, these tattoo artists, crazy, dude.
I should get a tattoo, like a little angel, like over here, like right here, a little angel pointing an arrow down to my saying, "Welcome to heaven." That's the one I'm going to get. Welcome to heaven. I'm just kidding. No.
And are you too old to change careers or move cities? Fuck no.
That's what I mean. We're doing that. Like yeah.
Answer is no. Yeah. And not only no, but fuck no. You are never too old to do anything. I just read an article about a guy who, and as a man, yes. And
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's still a story. He's 66. He retired from his career and then registered at a college with the outcome of playing in that college's band. So he's a 66-year-old freshman playing in the college band.
Awesome.
You're never too old to chase a dream. Ever.
Thank you. I think it's a meme on Facebook, and it's just like, I don't give two shits. I don't want to hear about the 30-year-old that's doing this. And I want to hear about the 60, 70-year-old person that wrote their first novel at 70 or that changed their life completely.
Totally get it.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're too old to move. And I think what frees us at this age, and what I find is there's your commitments. You don't have little kids anymore.
We don't have to worry about keeping kids in school.
I can't move because my kids won't be going to this school. Yeah. All right. Here's one. So, Michelle and Dana, what's the boldest move you have made after 50 and how did it change you?
Go ahead, my friend.
Okay. I don't like to get real vulnerable, but this is a vulnerable subject for me. I was in a 10-year relationship and it was, I hate to use the word toxic. I mean, I just noticed the level of love and the things that I needed were not going to be met by this person. And extenuating factors, just all that shit. And we had business together. So I decided that was not good for me. Mm-hmm. And I decided, hey, I'm stepping out of this. And we had a property in the country. We had a business together. We spent 10 years together. When I say he took care of me, I took care of myself. I paid my own bills, but what I would say is I would never have to worry about money. Like money would not ever have been an issue. And I have stepped away and it's been hard. It's been tough because starting over is tough.
Starting over at any age is tough. And
then to be replaced.
Things.
Look, my glaze didn't even come off his wiener before he was dating somebody else. I mean, I think that's just a difference between men and women. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, my side of the bed wasn't even cold.
Cold yet, yeah.
And he's just moved on, and so, and more power to him. I hope he's happy.
No, you don't.
No, I do. I really do hope he's happy. So anyway, but what I'm going to say is, do not be afraid to step out and leave what is not good for you. Because you're
fearless.
Yeah.
Take care of you.
So what about, okay. So what is your boldest move?
For me, it's this podcast, honestly, because I have been talking about doing something like this for years. So much so that I have now entered different decades of my life, because when I first started talking about it, I was going to help teenage girls. And then I was going to help 20-something women. Then I was going to help young moms. And now here I am. I finally got off the pot. And so it's doing this. And how has it changed me is I'm just excited. I'm more excited now than I've been in a long time. Just excited for the days more than I have been in a long time. More energy around this and feeling a passion, passion for it.
And not only that, you're very vulnerable. It takes a lot to put yourself out here on a podcast. It does. I mean, I look at the podcast and I'm like, oh God, look at that. Or you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot, but I'm also, what's changing for me is that I'm giving a little less shit every day. Like, this is me. And if you don't like it, go eat your bonbons somewhere else. I don't care.
And you're not our people. And it's okay. It's okay.
So what's the last one? We got one more question.
I love this question. If you could go back and tell your 30-year-old self one thing, what would it be?
Girl, you're going to wish in 30 years that you were as fat as you are now. That's what I would tell myself. You're going to wish you were that fat. And that's so sad.
I see pictures and I'm like, I wasn't fat.
But on a serious note, when I'm really struggling with something, every storm runs out of rain. And I want to be a buffalo. And this is why. I was reading this article about buffaloes and how when a storm comes in, that all the other animals run away from the storm. Buffalo will turn and run into the storm to get through it, to get to the other side.
Wow, that is so cool.
It is, because otherwise the storm's always chasing you. So just turn around, face it, and just move forward.
I love that. The thing I would tell my 30-year-old self, I would tell my 20-something self, my teenage self, I'd go all the way back. Know your worth. Know your value. You are valuable. You are valued.
You're fearfully and wonderfully made. You're just perfect.
You are perfect just the way you are. Know your worth. It's that simple.
Yes. Cheers. Right?
Cheers.
All right. Thank you guys for sending in the questions and letting us answer them for you. We'll do these periodically. So be sure to like us and do all the things.
Oh, subscribe on all the things. Just be a subscriber. On the Facebooks, the YouTubes, the Spotify, Apple, everywhere.
So this is what are we talking about next week? This is like one of my most excited favorite things. Next week, we're going to have a panel discussion with 2 married men and 2 single men.
Yep.
In our age group.
Our generation.
Yeah, asking all the questions. So if you want to get on the DMs and send us some questions that you want us to ask, this is going to be raw and real and
authentically
authentically,
just like we always are.
Yep. All right,
and
girl.
Until then, be wild,
be loud,
and be unapologetically you. And remember to like us, share us, subscribe to us, download us. And whatever it takes, get it out there, share it with the world. We are on Facebook, Hot Flashes and Bold Moves, Facebook page, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple for podcasts. We're 2 bold, badass women with mics and opinions, but we are not doctors, therapists, or any kind of official experts. On Hot Flashes and Bold Moves, we share real talk, life lessons, and hilarious stories. But this is not medical advice. You make changes to your hormones, health routines, skincare, sex life, or anything else based on what we say, make sure to check in with a professional who knows your body better than we do. We're here to entertain and empower. So if your libido spikes, your face peels off, or your vibrator catches fire, God forbid, we love you, but it's not on us. Own your choices, use your judgment, and don't sue us.